These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Hi, good morning, Skippy.
Formats. Hello, Joshua. Good morning. Good.
I'm
glad you're up from your nap.
Happy to say that everything appears to be working.
Ish.
Excuse me. YouTube is up. The Tiki-Taki is up. Saw you were on there for a second earlier.
I did.
And the Riverside's up. So yeah, we are streaming live worldwide.
Yes, India can see us. I miss those guys. They take time to listen to us while they're not scamming grandmas out of their money.
We got Steve listening to us on the TikTok. No one on YouTube right now, which is weird. Usually hops there first.
They'll get there.
King 1764 also joined us on TikTok.
It's a rainy day. It's a rainy day.
It's Monday. People should be working. Slackers. There's some people over there on YouTube.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming in droves.
Good morning, tubers.
Bruce?
Oh, Bruce.
Oh. I thought Bruce was trying to hound you for your shut up on the TikTok.
I paid.
Shut up on the YouTube.
I paid.
Talk about a collection guy. Oh.
Bubba, I did not see you. When I said that no one was on YouTube, it showed that there was no one listening.
Bubba.
Don't be offended. You are somebody.
You are. You are a Texas-style barbecue guy.
I didn't say it. And we got Bernie is also online. So
we'll see if we can get we'll see if we can get the Jason and the Justin. Oh, Justin is Bernie. Please stop with that. I hate that. It's been like 3 months. I still don't know they're the same guy.
Justin is Bernie. Jason is Spaghetti.
Spaghetti monster.
Yeah.
The monster of my dreams.
It's not that hard.
It is. Anyway.
She said.
Not often enough. Anyway. Do we get football talk out? Congratulations to the Lions. Good game. They could have ran the score up. Probably should have, but whatever.
Yeah. They didn't play super great. I don't mind them. Yeah, it's fine. It was a good game. They won.
I'm worried about their injuries going into a very short week. Hopefully.
Montgomery is cleared to come back. It sounds like they just didn't need him, so they didn't want to risk it with the short week. So I think they'll be fine.
Is Vildor becoming the new Cam Sutton? Because I think
that was a little rough.
I think Davis got hurt again, so I'm kind of worried about our secondary.
I don't know that he's hurt, but yeah. Again, I think they were a little overly cautious because of the short week. So we'll see what Thursday looks like, but it's the Bears.
And I was watching the end of the Bears game. That was a hell of an ending. That was an absolute hell of an ending. And
the Vikings will be exposed very soon.
Oh, that was just.
And the Chiefs are this year's Eagles.
I've never rooted for the Carolina Panthers, but I was rooting for them like crazy.
Yeah.
And then you realize that they have absolutely no defense with 46 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, the Chiefs are this year's the Eagles from last year, where they had a really good regular season record, but they won every game by 3 points and by the skin of their teeth. And then you got to the playoffs and they got exposed. So I don't expect KC to be in the AFC Championship. I'd be surprised.
Well, okay, football talk's out of the way.
Done. Go Lions.
Go Lions.
10-1.
They are 10-1.
Bubba said he's off to pick up 80 pounds of turkey breasts. Enjoy your fondling of breasts.
Where'd you get those from? If
Aldi.
he tells us. Probably. Turkey breast at Gordon's like $5 a pound.
You probably sell it for 30.
So let's talk about turkey. Let's talk about turkey. Gobble, flippin' gobble.
It's Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving's just around the corner. Well,
all right, so let's talk about turkey.
Didn't you do something last week? Didn't you work last week?
I worked Saturday. I did.
You did a pie event or something?
Nope, that was 2 weeks ago. But I worked this. All right, yes. Well, no, we talked about that.
Yeah, but you did like desserts and stuff this weekend, didn't you?
I did. Yes, I took my hand at. I realized that I should just leave desserts to my wife. Out of the 20 I made, I sold one. So, so that was good.
So diabetes is locked in. You're good.
Absolutely. I'll be eating a lot of desserts for the next 20 days. No, we did have a little farm event. We were told it was going to be a banger. When you get asked to do an event there, Joshua, do you ask them, is one of the questions you ask, like about the event, whether they have cell phone service out there?
No, I've never asked.
So how often have you got to an event that cell phone service is non-existent?
We have a couple of regular spots that we don't have cell phone service in, or it's not very good, but
well, yeah. So this was a banger. There was probably about 5,000 people throughout the whole day. And I went offline the whole day.
How much did you get screwed on?
I have no idea. I don't know how to find out.
You would have got an email. So
I've got no emails, so that's good.
You're using the register like the same one I am?
Yes.
So you need to plug it in.
I did.
Okay. So what do you got back home? Okay. Yeah. So you can see the sales report and everything?
Yes.
So you would have got an email of things that were declined.
Oh, well, that's
good. So if you didn't get an email, you're good to go.
Well, great. These people know how to pay their bills. Fantastic. So yeah, we did a good November day. It was about 45 degrees. There was a taco truck, us, and an egg roll girl. And the egg roll girl is the one who booked me in the taco truck there.
Okay.
And she's been there numerous times and always does, for an egg roll girl, always does like $1,000, which is good.
Okay.
She said that I'm not allowed to come back because I stole all her customers. Well,
cool.
I feel for her, so honestly, I probably won't come back because I don't want her to lose money. But that's beside the point. So we are actually now up. We are up 1% for the year.
For the whole year?
1%. Even after taking 4 weeks off, we're up 1%. Thank you. Yeah, so that's good. So that's, yeah. So we did like 23. I'm like lost now. Thanks. We did like 2,300. It was good. It was a good Saturday. That's a
good any day Saturday of the year.
Can I tell you how it started though?
Sure. What went wrong, Skippy?
I dropped a pan of brisket on the floor.
Oh, oof. Not bad.
And it was the heaviest one of the 3 that I cooked. I didn't have any towels to pick up the grease. So I used an old sweatshirt.
What do you mean you didn't have any towels? Didn't you have paper towels on your truck?
Oh, I mean, after I get done cussing myself out for dropping a pan of brisket, I'm the worst employee ever.
Well, this is nothing new for you dropping briskets. Did you kick it, throw it away, and then slice it up?
No.
Hose it off under the sink. Dunk it in some sanitized water.
Thought crossed my mind when I sold out a brisket at 2:00. I'm like, is it still in the garbage? Oh, it's still good, right?
It's still kind of on top.
I can still see it. No, I didn't wash the brisket off and sell it. I picked it up, threw it in the garbage, and cussed myself out for an hour. And then I had my girl who came to work with me stop at Dollar General and buy some towels. Yeah, so $400 probably worth of brisket sandwiches went on the floor. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's how it started.
Yes, Pam. Driveway brisket. We had the same thing happen a couple of years ago when Pam and her husband and Chris. It was the day I dropped the pallet on my foot, and they were going to go do a wedding together. So they were loading Cambros, I think in the back of Pam's car, and my driveway's on a little bit of a slant.
A little bit.
They did not close the Cambro door when they put a pan in, and then walked to go get another pan. So the one pan of brisket slid out of the Cambro onto the driveway.
Luckily, still in the pan?
Some of it.
So still in the pan?
I'm not going to say we saw Pam's husband eating the brisket off the driveway. But maybe.
There might be video evidence of him on all fours. But anyway, yes.
Justin says, rinse it off, add some more rub, good as new.
That's been done in competition, Justin. That's why we call it dropkick brisket.
Yep.
Except that was in a very sandy area.
Man, there was a lot of good memories from Silver Lake.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Random people going into random people's trailers. Awesome.
Multiple pit fires.
Multiple drama fires. I mean, a lot of fires over there.
A lot of moonshine.
Oh, it's the first time I met your mom.
Does she have a shirt on?
Yes. Okay. Mom had a shirt on. Yep. Mom liked
them early.
Yeah, I would try to go to bed at like 9 on those nights. Mom was still up. Memories. Anyway.
We have a Riverside chat. Who's chatting with us in Riverside?
Oh. Somebody chatting with us?
Hey, friend. Yep.
Oh. Hi, Mom.
Decided to hop in on Riverside instead of YouTube today. Welcome.
Well, she gets mad at me when we post on the Facebook page. We don't include a link.
Oh.
So she has to search it. Like, I don't know the link off the top of my head. Okay, so then we said we're going to talk about turkey. So my food truck friend, my burger guy, got a hair up his ass and said 4 days ago now. So it was, I believe, Thursday. I was out shopping for meat, and he's like, "I want to feed 1,000 people in Jackson." I'm like,
"Don't we all?"
I'm like, "Have at it!" Like, great. He's like, "I want you to cook the turkeys. I want to cook 100 turkeys." I'm like, "That's great."
100 turkeys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Good luck.
Anyway, I'm like, "Well, I'm like, there's a logistical nightmare. You don't have you're doing this a week to go, and you want to do it Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, the biggest drinking night of the year, and you want people to come get a free Thanksgiving meal." So I'm like, "Yeah, I can't commit to that." He's like, I need you. Like, I understand you need me, but I can't commit to that. So somehow I committed to cooking 50 turkeys. Because now we have 50 instead of 100. So, yeah, I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I don't. I have a conversation with him today that I can, in my rotisserie, I can probably only fit like 30 if I'm lucky, ish. And I said they better be thawed.
Turkeys take up a lot of room, especially for a spatchcock, which I stand by. It's the best way to cook a turkey.
So there's a good chance that I will spatchcock them because I can fit them in the racks better, and I can probably utilize all 3 levels of racks on one shelf. So, but that's a lot of processing. That's just a lot of work. So anyway, yeah, we have that. We're going to try to feed a lot of people. We're going to try to feed a lot of people. We got a venue. It's a restaurant. He doesn't understand. Like, when we cater for like 200 people, we freak out. It's just catering for 1,000. Like, I'm
okay. Have you considered?
No, haven't considered anything. Nothing at all.
Cooking ahead. The turkey.
To a point. I don't have the storage. Nobody has storage for cooked turkeys.
Okay. Well, you're not serving whole turkeys, though. I mean, you're slicing.
We're cutting them. Yes,
Yeah.
I could process them, cool them down, and reheat.
Yep.
It's not a bad idea, but the problem is they still have to be unthawed, or they have to be thawed. And he just got his turkeys on Friday.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have enough time. Take him down to the. Do you have a crick by you?
A crick?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Moving water is the best way. So you can do them in a tub of bathtub and fill it with water, and they'll thaw faster. But ideally, you want moving water, circulating water. They'll thaw much quicker. There's your tip, everybody. So otherwise, you have to put them in the fridge. It takes longer. But yeah, moving water. So if you get a circulator for your kitchen sink, especially if you have a farm sink, get a little circulator just to move the water. They'll thaw much quicker. There's your hack.
I had a 20-pound brisket that I just threw in my steam well. Without it being on, of course. It was just cold. It was just cold water. No, sorry. It was just cold water.
It's really low and slow.
That puts the stew in vide.
Yeah. Yeah. So same. So yeah, it's sous vide. The water circulates.
Yes, that's why it's.
I'm not sure. Does it have is it just a little? I don't have one, so I don't know how it circulates.
I don't know either. I don't have one either. I know that's how a lot of caterers kind of heat up their food.
Yeah.
They throw in a big ass cooler with a sous vide machine.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, you have either just a sous vide where you're not heating, you're just circulating the water, or I imagine you could get a cheap fish tank water filter, just to pull the water through.
Good.
So anybody that hasn't thawed their turkey out yet, you're out of time.
Yeah, throw it in a fish tank is what Josh is saying. Throw it in a fish tank.
Or if you have a crick next to your house,
or a crick.
Yeah, you get a tent stake, you stake it down right into the water. It'll be thawed in 4 hours. Depending on the size.
Just make sure that there's no wild animals, and make sure there's no holes in the packaging as well.
Yeah, that'd be bad. You don't want a good seal.
You don't want it marinated in crick water. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Anyway. Yeah. So. Oh boy. I'm just popular today. Let's talk cafe update.
Cafe. Curious how everybody hears me. I know Skippy can hear me well, but I know it's always different with you guys listening on the various services. Let me know how my audio is. Once again, trying a little bit different of a setup today, so all for you guys.
If you can hear Josh, tell Josh to pinch his nipple. Because he'll probably do that on his own. Just saying.
They can't hear you either, apparently.
Well, good. Dang
it. All right, cafe.
This is my therapy session. Well, I just got off the phone before this podcast with M Live. Did a story on the opening of it.
Nice.
At some point or another.
How'd they find out? Did you reach out to them?
No, they actually interviewed the cafe. The cafe mentioned it, and they're like, "Oh, well, we'll get
Excellent.
2 stories off of this one story." We did an interview with them about the food truck a couple years ago. They're always good people. Shout out to Chloe. Anyway, so health department.
Okay.
Doesn't answer phone calls. Let's put it that way. Okay, good. Somebody heard you. We need to have that sound too. So the health department doesn't like to reach out to anybody. So I went to the health department with all my paperwork and I said, "Hey, I need to ask a question before I turn this in." They're like, "Well, they work out of their cars." I'm like, "Do they got GPS so you can tell me where one of the cars is?" They're like, "No, it's their personal vehicles they get." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I called the head guy. I've called him now 4 times, and I have not got one call back. So I made the executive decision to call the health department that my food truck is licensed out of to ask general questions. Okay, general questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I prepped her by saying, I understand that I'm not in your county, but I have, and I will take your answers with a grain of salt, but help me maybe understand this. And they're like, sure, go ahead. What do you got? I said, do I need a full plan review? So whenever you do either a brick and mortar or a food truck, we're going to get back to health department stuff. You need to do a full plan review. They need to approve your plans of what you're trying to do, whether it be brick and mortar or food truck. They need to see everything in place. They told me that in Michigan, typically if you're not taking down walls or putting up walls, like new walls, you should only have to do a partial plan review. I said, okay, so that's good. It's good.
Yep.
They also said that because the cafe has a license, until mine is ready, I can actually work under theirs.
Okay.
However, if there is a foodborne illness issue, it's under their license and not mine. So, and I let them know that. He still has to seal the floor. He's doing all the work himself. Like we're working on it. However, I did get a 2-door fridge at a Steel, and he's actually one of my customers.
But you want a 4-door.
We're getting a 3-door actually, but I'm buying a 1-door and have a 3-door.
Okay.
But the one door will hold all the meat, so I can keep that separate from the other ones. But hey, $1,100 for a 2-door fridge, not bad. And he's local, and he'll deliver it. The cafe is a member of Webster Store Online, so they get member prices and free shipping.
Free shipping, yep.
So I actually priced out. I saved like $700 off of my previous calculations, so that's good.
Nice.
And then this coming week, Friday, day after Thanksgiving,
Black Friday.
Our local, which I don't think is anything anymore, because everybody's doing Black Friday deals now and all this other crap.
Every Friday is Black Friday.
Yeah. The town that we're moving into, Brooklyn, is actually having their Christmas parade and their tree lighting ceremony, and we are going to do a very, very soft opening. Very soft. Like
very
nothing,
flaccid.
Very. Like, yeah. There's very we're gonna have our menu, we'll cook everything on the food truck and just bring it there. But I will invite people to come in and kind of look at the progress, see what we're doing, get an idea of what to expect when we're actually ready, and then kind of go from there. We'll be open for a few hours. We're probably only going to be open till like 6 because the budget doesn't have money for parking lot lights yet. So we're probably going to run till like 6. I did order a couple of neon signs because you can't have a barbecue joint without a neon sign. For the windows that says we're open. Am I keeping you up? What do you got going on? You got jokes?
Chad said that he could hear the TV in the background, so I turned it off. So I asked him if it was better.
Via your phone?
Huh? Yeah, I can turn it off. Yeah. You can't?
Kind of neat. Never tried.
Oh. Well, I use Chromecast, so I can use my phone as a remote for the Chromecast, so I can turn it off. So I turned it off. I asked him if it was better. He said, "Sort of. I can still kind of hear it." He said, "Maybe it's the voices in your head." So
that's absolutely possible. Absolutely possible. Yes.
It said it's gone now.
So yeah, we're gonna do a little soft opening. And then I realized that last night I printed off 100 menus, or I had a business print off 100 menus for me, and I realized that I forgot something on the menu. Like loaded mac, yeah. Well, that's not on the new menu.
So minor things then.
One of the biggest sellers that we have. But I made sure I put barbecue plates on there, son of a bitch. Anyway, so yeah, we announced a winner of the our hoodie contest. You were close. You were close. But our good friend Karen, the Asian persuasion, Bubba will like this because he wants an honorable mention. So here's your honorable mention.
Karen doesn't sound very Asian. Oh, Karen's not the Asian persuasion. That's not her
Correct.
nickname. It was the name of the. Okay, gotcha. The name
Yes.
of the sandwich. Sorry.
So we're doing chopped chicken with a Asian inspired slaw and a Japanese style barbecue sauce.
Nice.
And it will taste fantastic.
Are you making the sauce yourself? Sorry.
Yeah, of course we are. Oh,
that was for Bubba.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Listen, there's too many people out there that make great sauces already. Mm-hmm. Why try to reinvent the wheel? I understand making your own sauces, but when you can just order it and it's cheap enough and it comes to your door, and yeah. Anyway, we also cooked 2 briskets for a local breakfast joint or breakfast to lunch joint, brunch joint, whatever. They did. I gotta search for it again, but what they did. Hold on. Okay. They took like an everything bagel and did like eggs, jalapeno cream cheese, some of our brisket, and made like a breakfast sandwich out of it. And it looked fantastic. And they do like real home fries. They don't do hash browns. Hash browns suck. Home fries are great. I don't know if you... I'm a potato guy, but he puts people put weird things on their hash browns that they don't put on their home fries. I don't know. So what else is up? What's up in your world? Making any deals? Any moving and shaking? This is the most active you've been all week, probably.
It is. It's almost time for a nap again. It's like almost 10. I've been up for 2 hours.
So in the off season, do you fire Matt?
No. No, he has to work harder when I'm home all the time. This place is a pigsty.
That's great. That's
great. No, I awesome. I have not been sleeping for a whole week.
Just the majority of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty. Well, we got back Monday. Let's see, got back Monday. We did the podcast Tuesday, right? Is that right?
I believe podcast that was Tuesday. The case.
Yeah, I kid stuff, and we've been doing stuff and getting the house kind of cleaned up, and we're off to get a Christmas tree on Wednesday because it's the only day that we have available for the next 3 weeks to go get our tree. So kind of fall decorating and kind of getting ready for Christmas has kind of been what I've been doing the last week. Getting the yard ready for winter and stuff like that. So landscaping and stuff and taking stuff down and cutting shit down. And so, yeah, I mean, it's from time to time. So, but yeah, other than that, and work-wise, yeah, reaching out, I social media posts and stuff like that were scaled back a little bit. Need to get back to every day, but I'm playing with some stuff in Canva and using Canva to create some posts and new ads and stuff. So playing with that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty chill this last week. Yeah, I didn't really book anything last week, which was weird. Reached out to some people that were on the fence. So we got locked a couple of those in, but we expected to. We have our first double booking of the year for next year. So 2 weddings at the same time in different towns. Not a big deal. We've done it before. It's 9 of them are huge. So like one's 150, the other one's 100. So
250 people.
Yeah, we can divide and conquer pretty easily. It was one that the second wedding we booked and agreed to everything, finalized everything without knowing a date or a location. And did not realize it until I was going to make the invoice for him. So naturally it was on.
You don't accept deposits, do you?
$250.
So did you accept those now for next year?
Yeah.
Or just okay?
Yeah, because it doesn't affect sales numbers. Deposit. So
it just okay. You're right.
Unless you do a separate invoice just for the deposit, but we do one invoice for the entire thing, and then Square allows you to ask for a deposit. Yep. That way everything's agreed to. So we use that whole process as the contract and everything. Square does a really good job with their invoices. So yeah, we have a living invoice essentially.
I have a party in January that paid their invoice already.
Did they ask you beforehand?
No.
Or they just did it? Yeah.
She actually said, "Hey, I know you accept a $250 deposit, but the whole bill was like $34.60.
Oh.
Like, can I pay $460? I'm like, sure. So I changed it to $460.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 2 weeks later, I'm just gonna pay the entire thing. I'm like, sure you are. Great.
I am comfortable now that I will reply back and say, hey, I really appreciate you wanting to pay early. Is there any way you can hold off? Because it really jacks my numbers. Because now you're not even a different month, you're a different year.
Yeah.
And that I would not be able to handle. Even with a small invoice, it still irks me.
Yeah.
But I'm a little OCD about those numbers. So
are you planning? When are you planning on like reviewing your pricing and stuff like that for the following year?
When do you think
people should start looking at that?
I don't think it should ever stop. I think you should always kind of be aware. You should always, when you're shopping and when you're buying things, you have an idea of where pricing is moving, if it moves. So I'm always vaguely aware. I notice if our cheese goes up a couple bucks for the 5 pounds or whatever, which it hasn't. It's been cheese has been the weird one. If you buy the shredded cheese from GFS, which is a pretty good product.
Gone up $2 this year.
It has?
Yes.
Huh.
For a 5 pound bag, it used to be $12.99 or $13.99.
Oh, I've always budgeted it as 15.
Well, it's $15.99 now.
Okay. Is that individual bags or by case?
Individual bags.
Yeah. So by cases, man.
I get it. Don't have the room for cases.
You have room for 4 bags of cheese.
Well, now I will, but not. I get it.
Yes, you did. Don't give me that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Damn it. So here's the thing. I cheaped out on the one-door commercial fridge that I have in my garage. We had a comment on your stuff from the cafe in your contest. Oh, boy. Yes, please. Is this Justin? It is, isn't it?
Still waiting on the original contest winner prize over here. So
you cheated. You cheated. Can you hear that? You cheated. Cheaters never win, and winners never cheat. Sir. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, you just let me just berate him?
I'm letting you have your rant, and now you can get back to what you're talking about before.
No, I'm done now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pout.
You said something about your fridge. You were talking about a fridge.
Yeah, so I cheaped out on my one-door fridge. Instead of having like metal clips to hold the shelves in, the sides are just like plastic rails.
Oh.
And when you put enough weight on those shelves, they will bend.
Yeah.
And they will. Yeah. So I have to build from the ground up. So I always put briskets on the bottom, so the shelf lays on brisket, and then butts below that, and then ribs. So yeah, I cheaped out on the damn fridge. But anyway.
So yeah. So back to pricing. Yeah. we're always fairly aware. I don't foresee us making any changes next year to our pricing for the first time in a couple of years. Everything seems to have more or less stabilized. I'll go back to my food cost spreadsheets just to make sure I was in the right ballpark. But we do everything on the quarter. So, I mean, as long as there's not a huge swing, I'm probably not going to bump the prices. So, I'm pretty confident we're going to stay where we are. We might actually drop our catering prices a little bit on some items. So, maybe, but probably not. We've always done plates and napkins and stuff like that and silverware on request for catering stuff, disposable stuff. It was never on the included list when people ask what's the price include. So we would always include it if they asked about it. That's probably going to just be added into the included list now. So, yeah, we'll probably leave prices the same for catering with the knowledge that we're going to go through more of that stuff. So, but yeah, I think we're probably going to be good on pricing. This is a great, especially in northern food trucks where this is our slow time. This is the time that you should be doing that stuff, you know. So updating all your food cost spreadsheets, doing a reanalysis of anything, doing food costs on new products that you might want to do. This is a great time to shop vendors. Is Cisco better than GFS? Can GFS or Cisco, whoever you're using, get you better pricing based on volume? I would highly recommend you trying to get an account person wherever you are, even with GFS. It's one thing we could do most of our stuff in the store, and we do most of our orders online. We've never had a dedicated account person. I didn't know that was an option for us because we're so small in this relative scheme of things. But apparently that is an option.
Yeah, I was told it's only an option if you get delivery.
Okay. From what I was told at the Food Truck Owners Expo and the GFS rep that they had there, who was from Hudsonville, which blew my mind.
He's your rep then.
Like that's what I said.
Okay.
So he was actually doing some work for me on whole block prices for cheese.
Mm-hmm.
When I told him that it was almost twice as much to get 5 pounds unshredded as it was shredded.
Well, yeah.
And he thought he said he knew it was more, and that he said it's just based on volume that they move. They move so much more shredded cheese, so they can get it cheaper. They can do it cheaper. But he said it shouldn't be that big of a disparaging or difference. So I would still like to go to self-shredding cheese. Not cheese that shreds itself, but us shredding the cheese. Not self-shredding cheese.
That'd be great.
It would be awesome. So yeah.
There's this really cool TikTok shredder.
Yeah, I bought a similar one. It works great for hard cheeses. I had a problem with softer cheese because of the friction. It would bind up. So,
what would be considered a soft cheese?
So, like a Monterey Jack is a softer cheese versus cheddar, which is a hard cheese. So, a lot of your good melting cheeses are softer. So, your Swisses and Pepper Jack, Colby is a softer cheese. So, if anybody has a shredder that they've used, I was thinking about getting just the food process, the attachment for my KitchenMaid, if we can get a good price on cheese. So they have a cheese shredder option.
They do.
Yeah. So
push it down.
Yep.
So do you think that'll be a big difference for your items that you use cheese?
Yeah. Yeah. Our mac and cheese, it makes a huge difference in mac and cheese. The texture is so much better. It's a much, much smoother, creamier texture. It doesn't have a tendency to get gritty. If you get things a little too hot, that pre-shredded cheese will get a little bit gritty.
I know exactly. It looks like it's
Yep.
broken. Like
Yep.
it's there's.
But it's not. So it's still creamy. It just has. It's almost like there's seasoning in there that didn't dissolve, but it's not the seasoning.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that's. I imagine that's just from the coating that they put on it.
Mm-hmm.
But
supposedly you can wash your cheese. No, I'm being serious. To remove that coating, wash your cheese, pat it out, and then you can. That coating will dissolve.
Chad, why don't you just message on the?
Cuz answer the life's questions. Cuz
Chad, did you get that recently at Meyer? He said he got the attachment for the KitchenAid on sale at Meyer for $50. So just curious if that was like this week. And unfortunately, I have to go to Costco today and to GFS today and Meyer today. So
Costco, it's a good place to go.
Yeah, not this week. Not for the next 4 weeks. This is not the place you want to be. So it will be chaos. But I need a couple briskets for Wednesday. So,
yeah, you do have some winter caterings coming up, don't you?
Yeah. It does make a huge difference. We used to do it that way when we first started. So our first couple of months that we were open, when we were only doing weekends.
Yeah.
At a lower volume, it was a lot easier to shred cheese every day. But yeah, it was a massive difference in texture, and going with cheese we shred ourselves, we can do the blend that I want to do for it. So yeah, get back to the cheese, the mac and cheese that made us famous. So
I love mac and cheese that makes you famous.
Yeah, he said it was within the last month. So I'm sure it'll be on Amazon or somewhere for Black Friday sales this week. So, yeah, we have an event this week. Free Beer and Hot Wings show, nationally syndicated radio show based out of Grand Rapids. Be their day before Thanksgiving. They do a live show every year, the day before Thanksgiving in downtown Grand Rapids. So we will be there for that. We start service at 5:30 a.m.
Beautiful.
Yep. But they don't charge us to go. They don't take a percentage of anything. We average the last couple of years, I think we've done like 23, 24, somewhere around that area. And I think that our name has been mentioned on local radio over 100 times. Easy, over 100 times. We had people stop by the truck this fall saying they only knew about us because of the plugs that we've gotten on the radio. So it's one of those things that we love to do. We love the guys. And we'll go back every year we're invited. So as they're doing other things through their charity, like the softball tournament they did this year, we're at the top of the list for coming out to do food and stuff. So makes it nice. So hopefully that continues to go. But I'll start reviewing food costs. Probably not until January. Just because I'm fairly confident in it. And the next 4 weeks is going to be crazy with family stuff and everything else. So, I have enough to keep me busy right now. I've started to send out some emails about scheduling for next year. A couple of the winery that we do, the brewery that we do, trying to leverage consistent once a week for them. A good night of the week. Starting to do some light work, but nothing too heavy. Reached out to our friends at Aetna. Looks like we're still on board. She's just waiting for confirmation on the dates for all their stuff, and asked if we could add on another one.
Absolutely.
Toledo. She's like, can you guys go to Toledo? I said, hold on, let me pull up, see where in Toledo we're going and what the drive is like. And it's only 3 hours for us. So, that's not a huge deal. We can go down and do that one.
Absolutely.
Yes. Would love to. We'll
make it a priority this year.
Well, and for them, the answer is always yes. So,
of course,
we'll do anything we can possibly do to make sure that they're happy every time. So, and we do with every customer, but some that you're gonna jump a little bit higher when they ask you to.
oh yes,
Even if it means you lose a little bit of money in the short term. So,
it's all about fostering the relationship.
correct. But yeah, I been in touch with Arlie.
Oh yeah,
Who is reselling or not reselling, a reseller of
He's a dealer.
CTOs. Dealer, thank you. That's the better word. CTOs.
He doesn't buy them and resell them.
No, but you know
He's
what I
a
meant.
retailer, if you will.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, just sent him an email. He wanted to know who he wanted it titled to. So,
Is it on a trailer?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you
but
get a title.
Apparently those things, you get to commercial units and things, and you title them to businesses.
Cool.
So,
so we put our deposit down, kind of thing. A deposit.
Justin, will I give them a discount if they're using their own plates? No, I don't. So there.
Yeah, I don't.
Since it's one of those, it's just included in our base pricing. So, we've had people say that they don't want buns either. Not many, but we've had a couple that said they don't need the buns.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't give them a discount either, just because it's built into our per person pricing of the meat. So,
yeah, if you don't want it, that's up to you.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to step away. Local delivery of 50 pounds of meat and 60 pounds of mac. Did I miss Skippy explain that he was putting my prize in the mail today? Yeah, he said it was already shipped. He said it should be in the mail. So, USPS can be weird sometimes, especially during the holiday season. I would expect it sometime in the next 3 to 4 months.
No, you know what? It's actually coming earlier. It's the second Tuesday of next week.
Excellent. So there you go. What else was I saying?
I don't remember.
Oh, smoker. Yeah. So a little bit more than we were hoping to pay. So he's checking on shipping details for us, whether or not I'm going to drive down there and pick it up. So interesting thing. So
Cape Girardeau, Missouri.
If they ship it, they don't charge sales tax on the purchase. If you go to pick it up, they do charge sales tax. So now we're playing this, what's going to be cheaper to have it shipped and me not pay sales tax. And then it's up to me to report it to the state of Michigan. Or drive down there with the gas. It's about a 7.5 hour drive. Drive down there and back and pay the sales tax.
So what are your plans with this smokers? Where are you putting it?
On the trailer. It's going on the trailer.
So you're going to take the other one off, put this one on.
Yep.
So will they mount it for you if you took the trailer down?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. At this point, I need to get the trailer in to make sure that our axles are good and everything. We have some weird wear on the tires. The pickup truck as well. I really think I got something funky in the front axle of my pickup truck too. Mine were done. My front passenger tire is wearing heavy.
Do you have when you drive at highway speeds, do you have a rattle, or not a rattle, but is it pretty vibrational?
Typically only when we hit like a pothole, we'll get like a good shake on it.
Yeah.
But we've had it. I know the brakes need to be done. I don't know if the brakes are just wearing weird.
What about the tie rods and ball joints?
Yeah, everything needs to get checked. So
I just redid mine because it needed. Mine only has 150,000 miles on it, but I was going down the road, and it's like all of a sudden was and then it calmed down once I sped up. But it's like, I don't want that to happen anymore, especially if I'm pulling a trailer and I don't want the trailer to go.
It's happened from time to time. So I'm not sure if there's like a brake that's locking up. One of the drums is locking up or something.
Yeah.
But I want to get the whole front end checked out, which I'm hoping to get done in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully that's not too expensive.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. We've done brakes and tires every year on the pickup truck, tires on the trailer every year. So it's kind of a